Hey, Resurrection Gig Harbor family, Drew coming to you from my office. I've got some sermon notes on my whiteboard today, so if you want a little preview of next week's sermon in Nehemiah 7, good luck deciphering my handwriting. Just wanted to come to you with a quick update about all things church plant, or at least a couple things church plant, and also a story of encouragement. But first, the update. Just a week from tomorrow, on June 13th, we are having our next core group gathering. It's going to be kind of the same deal as we've done in the past. Sehmel Homestead Park, 4 p.m. in the Pavilion building. Again, that's next Sunday, the 13th. I'm really looking forward to sharing this time together. We're kind of picking up where we left off last week and continuing to talk about gospel conversations and what that looks like for us as we plant a church that's really missionally minded. Church planting is the best way for people who don't know Jesus to hear the gospel and meet Jesus. And so that's really a big part of why we're doing what we're doing. You know, we always talk about if all we do is create a place to worship that's a little bit less of a drive for all of us and we don't have to pay the toll, but really nothing else is different, then we've failed in planting a new church. God is calling us to be a missional church, taking the gospel into our everyday conversations, and that can be in big ways or in little ways. And so we're going to talk about that this week. We are doing another potluck dinner at that core group gathering, and so if you haven't already, please take a moment to sign up to bring a food item for the potluck dinner. Just about everything is open so far. I think maybe a couple sides are taken or something, but please take a moment and sign up for that as well. A quick story of encouragement to share with you. I always talk about, we're planting churches so that more people who don't know Jesus will meet Jesus. But this week I was having a conversation where I was like, man, you know what else church planting does? Church planting is really encouraging to other Christians who are already in other churches who will probably never be part of our church plant. I was hanging out with a couple other pastors from Gig Harbor and just kind of going around, and folks were sharing about how tough this season has been and how they're not sure who's engaged and it's hard. And, I feel some of those tensions, especially, through the pandemic and being so tied to Tacoma right now. But it kind of got around the circle to me and it was my turn to share. And I was like, man, we've got people who are stoked about planting a church. We've got people who have friends and neighbors who they want to see meet Jesus. We've got people who are excited about feeling maybe for the first time like they can actually do gospel conversations. And I kind of felt bad saying like things are pretty exciting for us right now. But as I shared about you all and what God is doing in you and through you as the family of Resurrection Gig Harbor, it's like the mood changed or in the conversation with these other pastors, and all of a sudden they were excited about what God is doing in Gig Harbor. And that's down to you partnering with God to move where he is moving, to go where he is calling, and to be part of this church plant, and in particular the core team. So I just want to say that you are an encouragement to me. This week, though you didn't know it, you've been an encouragement to pastors, other pastors in Gig Harbor. And who knows, maybe that'll end up resulting in encouragement to their congregations as well. And so when we partner with God, we're part of something that's so much bigger than just us. We're not just a group of 40 adults and 25 kids that happen to live in the same area. We are a small part of the family of God who's seeking to partner wherever the Holy Spirit is leading us. And that is a powerful and encouraging thing. So thank you for being a part of that family, and I can't wait to see you next Sunday at 4 p.m. for our next core group gathering.